Hi everyone and welcome to another video from previuos.com. In this video we'll be talking about the famous dual mass flywheel, namely about the symptoms of a worn out dual mass flywheel and the cost of replacement. previuos.com. If you watched any of our previous videos, then you can conclude that mostly all of our videos are show and tell. So we show you how to actually solve the car problem. Well, in this case, this will be more talking and less showing, because on my previous car, which I had, the truth is that I drove the car to a professional mechanic to solve the problem. Why? I'll explain later in the video. Now you may be asking yourself, why am I explaining the dual mass flywheel problem in front of a Skoda Fabia which doesn't have a dual mass flywheel at all? Well, the truth is I needed some sort of automotive background, and that's it. Just kidding. The actual car I'm talking about is the Fiat Stilo 1.9 JTD, the version with the 115 brake horsepower. I experienced the dual mass flywheel problems on this car, but since I sold it some time ago, I'll try to show the symptoms on the Skoda. I'm mentioning this to avoid confusion in the video. Now, about the symptoms. Probably the first and most obvious symptom is the feel of the clutch pedal. Now, if you've driven a car with manual transmission, you'll know that the clutch pedal has to have a smooth feel on it when you press it down. When I got the dual mass flywheel problem, the first thing I noticed was a harder clutch pedal. Okay. The second thing was when I pressed the clutch pedal to the floor, I could feel a sort of a hitting feeling on the clutch pedal, as if something was hitting the clutch pedal from underneath. Another symptom is a tough gear shift. So if everything is okay, the gear shift should go smoothly. In this case, I had to give the gear lever a bit of a budge. This is when the engine was turned on. So when the engine was running, instead of going smoothly, I had to give the gear lever a bit of a push into gear. Another symptom was the appearance of a small squeaky sound when turning the engine off. Besides that, there was a small shakedown. I'll try to illustrate it with the Skoda. So, when the engine was turned on, like this, and when you wanted to turn it off, there was a small squeaking sound appearing and a small shakedown. One more thing that you'll surely notice, at least that was the case with the problem I had, is that there won't be a smooth start when releasing the clutch pedal. Now, if you've driven a car with a manual transmission, you'll know that there is that sweet spot, I think it's called that way, where when you release the clutch pedal and add the accelerator, the car smoothly drives off and there's no problem. And if everything is okay, that's the way it's supposed to be. But when the DMF started to wear out and cause problems, that sweet spot wasn't there. Okay, so every time you released the clutch pedal, there was sort of a jittering feeling, and the engaging of the clutch wasn't as smooth as usual. I'm an experienced driver, but in some cases the car seemed undrivable. Okay, so when I wanted to start from an intersection or wanted to, especially in an uphill drive, when I released the clutch, it would even get to the point that the car would stall and cut off. And for the last and most horrific symptom, at least in my case, was the clunking and grinding noise coming from the engine compartment. So one day I left the engine running in front of a store, went inside to buy something, and when I returned I heard the sound. I raised the hood, and at first I couldn't pinpoint the cause of the sound. It was a sound like metal hitting metal. And besides that, there was a grinding sound, as if something broke off inside and started to grind. Now, about the price of the dual mass flywheel, clutch set, and the replacement cost. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I drove the car to a professional mechanic. Why? Well, the replacement of a dual mass flywheel is hardly a DIY job. It involves taking off the gearbox, taking off a lot of bits and bobs around the gearbox, and besides that you'll also need one more person to help you around the job. So what I did is I went to a mechanic, asked for the price of how much would the replacement cost, and the cost of replacement was 80 euros for the labor. I must add that the mechanic is a friend of mine, so he did the job underpriced. I think if I went to a dealership or to other places, the price would be significantly higher. Before that, I went to the car parts shop and asked about the price of the DMF and the clutch set. It was 580 euros for the complete set. And to make things clear, at least in my country, you can buy the dual mass flywheel and the clutch set separately. But it's common practice to change both of them, since taking off the gearbox is a big job, and when you change all of the parts, you'll avoid problems in the near future. So the final cost of replacement was 660 euros. 580 euros for the parts and 80 euros for the labor. I don't know about you, but in my country that is a pretty big sum of money. To put things into perspective, a box of parts similar to this one plus replacement cost as much as a shed like this one. Some last advice in this video: always take care, especially when buying a used car, does it have a dual mass flywheel and when was it replaced? If you're buying a used car, always ask the previous owner or the dealership for some proof that the dual mass flywheel has been replaced. Ask either for a clear maintenance record or a receipt, or whatever will ensure you that it has been replaced. As we all know, the price of used cars over the years goes down, and sooner or later you're going to have to replace the DMF. And once you have to, you'll probably end up putting a lot of money into a car that may be not worth it. Also know that the dual mass flywheel lasts for about 200,000 kilometers, so when you're buying a used car, take a look at the odometer, how much kilometers are there. Many people sell their cars because a dual mass flywheel problem is at hand, so be very careful. So that's it for this time. I hope this video helps. If it did, please give us a like and subscribe. It means much to our channel. Also, if you find the time, visit us at our website despairrepair.com, where you can find more information on this topic. Besides that, you can find more useful car and driving tips. Thanks for watching.